Earlier this month, one of the world's leading artificial intelligence companies made a startling announcement. Anthropic finished building their flagship model, Claude Mythos, and then deliberately locked it away. They decided it was too dangerous to release to the public. We've grown used to AI chatbots writing emails or summarizing documents. Mythos represents a different category of technology, an autonomous cyber agent built to hunt for zero-day exploits, software vulnerabilities that are completely unknown to the developers who built them. In testing by the UK's AI Security Institute, the model successfully navigated a simulated corporate network attack without any human guidance. It executed 32 specific steps to penetrate a central secure system. This chart visualizes the data from those institute tests. It shows that the capability of these models has been doubling every 4 to 5 months. The window of time required for an AI to gain total autonomy is collapsing faster than the industry predicted. This isn't a theoretical concern for the future. The technology required to launch functional, scalable cyber warfare has already arrived. Anthropic's defense is to keep the model in a closed ecosystem. They hope to identify and patch vulnerabilities before malicious actors can find them. This strategy is called Project Glasswing. Access is restricted to a small number of trusted corporate partners, like major banks and tech firms, allowing them to scan their own software for flaws. But there is a fundamental mismatch between corporate testing and national security. A tool that can dismantle digital infrastructure cannot be easily contained within a private pilot program. Successfully building a digital weapon of this scale inherently attracts the attention of the world's most powerful militaries, making true corporate isolation a temporary illusion. The theater of conflict shifted to the Department of War, where military leaders were already using approved versions of the Claude AI on classified networks. During contract negotiations for the newer Mythos model, the Pentagon issued an ultimatum. Anthropic must allow the military all lawful use of the AI for its operations, without restriction. Anthropic attempted to hold its red lines. They included terms in the contract specifically prohibiting the AI's use for mass domestic surveillance or lethal autonomous weapons. The Pentagon rejected the terms. From the military's perspective, a private software company cannot dictate the rules of engagement for the United States military. This was no longer just a contract dispute. It was a battle over sovereign military authority versus a private company's safety ethics. The administration's response was immediate and total. A top-down presidential directive ordered every federal agency to immediately stop using Anthropic's technology. The government officially designated Anthropic a supply chain risk under federal statutes. They were labeled a security threat for refusing to remove their safety features. The financial impact was devastating. Cut off from defense contracts, they risked losing hundreds of millions. By reframing a contract dispute as a national security risk, the government turned procurement law into an offensive weapon against a domestic tech company. Anthropic sued to block the order, leading to a series of contradictory rulings that highlight the vacuum in current law. In California, a federal judge blocked the government's order. The court called the move Orwellian, characterizing the ban as unlawful retaliation against the company's First Amendment rights. But just days later, a 3-judge panel in Washington, D.C. reached the opposite conclusion on a parallel part of the case. The D.C. court denied Anthropic's request to stay the ban. They ruled that military urgency during an on-calling conflict outweighed the financial or corporate interests of a private vendor. These courts are fundamentally divided on whether an AI model is a piece of private property or a critical asset of national defense. This legal battle is a symptom of a larger shift. AI is now moving at a speed that is beginning to break the gears of our human legal systems. The same logic used to find vulnerabilities in computer code can be applied to any set of complex rules. Soon, these models will be used to target our legal and regulatory frameworks. The tax code is essentially an algorithm. If an AI can scan millions of lines of software to find a flaw, it can scan thousands of pages of environmental or financial regulations to find lucrative, unpatched loopholes. The danger lies in the reaction time. Software can be patched in hours, but laws take years to amend. This leaves society highly vulnerable to exploitation at an industrial scale. The machine doesn't have to go rogue to be dangerous. The real volatility flows from the human struggle to control the leash.